Welcome to a new Top 5 episode with Luxury Unedited. This is where you special people get to be our co-hosts. We use your questions and that's why Misha and I love it. This week, the world of private jets gets your interest.
Are you ready?
Top five.
Top five.
This is the top 5 questions that we have that have been put to us.
3, 2, 1.
You're going to go first? You go first.
Yeah, I'll go first. All right. And this is all from people that watch us at Luxury Unedited.
All right.
What's the most outrageous story of extravagance or romance that or gesture that you've experienced?
The most extravagant romance.
It didn't have to be extravagant and romance. Just
you know. A trip that stuck in your mind. Thinking, wow.
I have one, and it's maybe it's not enough for this answer, but it's the first one that comes to my mind. We had a birthday from someone that was 50 years old. Had flown, but mainly for business, for the company. And this person had his wife who was celebrating her 50th birthday, and she had never flown. So basically what he did, and so that's where the romance comes in, right? He and they were actually a really funky couple as well. So what he did, he rented a jet, booked a DJ on board, and they went for a spin.
Kind of thing,
They went for a spin and it wasn't the the crazy thing. It was a really gentle, Romanesque flight of about it was a 2-hour flight, and they flew to a beautiful destination. Ended up in a gorgeous hotel and had friends over there for the birthday and all of that. So
that is beautiful.
That's
nice.
lovely.
That's very nice and romantic. But I want to know what's the most outrageous thing that you've had requested on a flight. Like if somebody said to you,
demand,
I
demanding.
need 17 bottles of this and make sure they're all chilled.
And make sure the staff don't look at me directly.
For me, I mean, if they're going to fly private, they can ask me anything.
Ooh.
So,
I think there should be certain boundaries. People could be so rude.
Boundaries.
There is.
But
you're
offering a service.
Yeah.
So,
but no, okay. The one that
that
marked me most was a flight here in the Middle East. It was a lady from here. Need to be very careful. Yeah. So it was a lady from here who wanted to do a birthday party. And it's a lot of birthday parties, right? Yeah? But that kid was 8 years old. Now I have a son that is 8 years old, and he wouldn't appreciate.
Hold on.
8. Yes, 8. 1, 2, 5, 8.
Yeah. It's Gabriel's age.
We're talking to you about luxury, guys. Yeah. It doesn't get more than that.
So in the region, they're notoriously famous for doing birthdays that are, it's always hard to get up with a new idea. And I mean, I go to the beach with my kids. But this lady called me and said, listen, my girl is turning 8. I want to get 8 of her friends on board for 80 minutes. I'm like, okay. Happy days, Well, and we found a plane, obviously, for 8 of her friends, and we had balloons and cakes, and it was actually a super.
Where did they fly?
Here, from Dubai to Abu Dhabi and back. And then they flew around.
But is that what kids want, though?
She wanted it.
Did she appreciate?
You asked me a question.
Did the child appreciate?
No, that's what I mean. Did the child want that?
I suppose they did, because when I saw them, obviously, when they got to the airport. And they have all these beautiful girls in all dresses, and they come on board and and then they take off. But will they remember? Yes, for sure, because that's one birthday that you remember. Do they value it? I don't know. And I think that the mother has set the bar pretty high for the next birthday.
And then also,
they're not friends.
I'm sure that sorry for the husbands that they're going to marry. They're going to go, sorry, they're going to.
But it's not probably one of the craziest that my colleagues or I would have had, but it's one that I can talk about. And I mean, for me, it's pretty unique having an 8 years old birthday with 8 friends, 80 minutes, and it's still long. 80 minutes is long.
80 minutes is long. Actually, I would be worried. I mean, just because I'm a freak about safety, I
think kids would be happier on a bus.
But safety is not running around. Okay,
safety, I know. Yes,
highly regulated.
Okay, next question.
Misha.
Oh my God, this is a naughty one. Who usually leaves the planes in the worst state?
You mean gender?
No.
Types of personality. It could be
like
gender.
It could be like rock stars, or it could be
smashing guitars.
Corporations will normally have meetings on board or really do it for business, so they tend to be
very civilized.
Yeah. So I would tend to say more the private individuals overall.
And has there been something that you've thought, oh my God, we're going to have to redo the plane for this?
Yeah, but I'm not going to talk about that.
Oh, come on, get off camera.
But we're definitely going to get that off camera. But I've also heard one time somebody used the floor as the bathroom. I was horrified.
Oh, that wouldn't even surprise me. Okay, I'll tell you a bit of the story, and I'll tell you the
bit off camera.
Yeah, off camera.
I sometimes hate people.
I had a flight, and sorry for the gents, but it was a bachelor party.
Oh.
And basically, they had a flight.
You don't even need to go.
Yeah, any flight. Yeah.
But what they did is, besides what I'll tell you, they used the crystal glasses. One fell on the ground, and they thought nothing better than to make carvings on the wood. So obviously, the operator called me and said, "Hey, Caroline,
this is a problem.
Something has happened, and this is not good. And obviously, it's a problem." So the aircraft got grounded for a week because they needed to, repair the carvings out of the wood.
I hope they charged them
for that. Yeah, no. And the client, in his
defense.
Yeah, well, if it is a defense.
Yeah.
In his defense, let's put it that way. He picked up I called him. I was like, sorry, what's happened? He's like, I know it. Here's my credit card. Just charge everything. Not a problem.
I still don't think that's good.
But I think, I don't like to put the negatives in front because it's not what it's about.
Okay, I'm going to ask you something positive.
Yeah.
Who has been your favorite client and why? Without mentioning...
You don't have to mention their names unless you want to.
Actually, an owner of an aircraft who lives here.
Yeah.
He used to have his aircraft and then sold it because he didn't use it that much anymore. And I really built a nice rapport with him over the years. I know his family, I know his kids. And he became a really nice client because I knew his wife is diabetic, and I know that she needs... Sorry, not diabetic, allergic, highly allergic to nuts. So
she needs EpiPens.
She needs EpiPens, yeah. And so
no nuts on board.
Pardon?
And no nuts on board.
Absolutely not. And there couldn't be any trace of it, even from previous flights, because she was that sensitive. Yeah. But I got to know him so well that I basically have been invited to their birthdays, to the kids, to the family.
That's nice.
That's
so
nice.
It's really, really nice. Yeah.
Okay. That's someone with substance.
That who's the most famous client you've ever had on board? Ronaldo. Oh yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
We can't really disclose. I'm sorry, but we've flown presidents, we've flown very big artists. We flew a big DJ this weekend out of Dubai.
Soon should be saying, and we flew the
Luxury Unedited girls out of Dubai.
Right. So,
ideally, who would you like to see? Who, as a client, your ideal client, who would you like to see using your planes more? How can it grow?
It can grow many ways. You can have more corporations, but they would find us naturally. I think it's more of the...
surely you want less corporate. Corporations are such a bore. I know they pay, but wouldn't it be nice to have more people flying private?
It would, absolutely. I think private individuals, those that fly first class and that have actually never thought of using a private jet, those are the ones that I would love to see because
you can convert.
They already get a bit of a sniff of what the industry feels because Emirates picks them up, for instance, brings them to the gate, especially here. So they understand and they have the money to do it. So I would love to see more first class travelers coming back to us.
Yeah, because if you think about the cost, if you have 5 family members, then you have the nannies or whatever, then you have the extended family members. Yeah. Why would you travel first? It's so exorbitant.
And you don't even sit in a nice area.
Yeah.
You sit in those suites. Yeah. I love the suites from Emirates, but it's
actually Etihad have the best first class.
They have this, and they have
the rooms, the whole room, the bed, and
and you can open them as well. Yeah, but it's the first class travelers, corporations. We like working with them because they often need to have a meeting, and I like that complexity of a flight where you have a meeting in Dubai in the morning, Kuwait, and so that I like.
So what I find happening now, maybe more and more, is that you're going to get the private travel, but on the other hand, with some of the bigger airlines, you're going to get a lot more of them just going to pure business class planes. Like they're cutting out a lot of first class. Like if you go to Qatar, when you go to the States, I was surprised. I was flying out to Doha. I was flying from Doha to LA. They only had business class for everywhere. They had nothing else. I mean, okay, it was a fantastic seat. It was a suite, a small one, but whatever. But still, right? So I see that the big aircrafts are trying to make money, or the big airline carriers, and maybe dropping the first class, making more business, because obviously that's where they make the money.
Actually, I was talking to someone in aviation the other day in commercials, and they were saying that the business, they don't make much money out of it. It's actually the economy ramming that many people in and charging.
That's the thing. It's a tube where you need to fit as many people as you can at the paying fare. And even though the first class fares are extortion for what you get,
it says the lady who flies private.
I don't fly private. I get to fly private. I don't. But no, with the kids, I'm sitting in Qatar. Sorry.
No, God, that must be really hard after you go right.
That's what I said. You fly in a private jet, you find a sky lady, and then you get bumped back in the economy. You have no other choice but to turn right. No, I'd love to fly private all the time, but it's just not in my wallet just yet.
That's okay.
But it's
So last question. Are you ready for it?
Go for it.
It is. Oh, I think we answered this.
No, we did the last question. We did. Because I think I took it out. What was the most extravagant?
Yeah, what is the most extravagant?
And then we've already talked about the sky lady.
What does it look like?
The sky lady.
So if you could have one thing only out of, would it be to, like, if you could have any one luxury at all the time thing, would it be to fly private, or would it be a beach house somewhere, or, does it come that high?
Can I have both?
No.
See, I would like to use the jet to go to my beach house.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
You see, if you could just do you put that? I mean, I think for me, flying private, or how do you compare it to having your own yacht? You can have both.
Depends if you own it, no? The plane.
I go back to my saying, if it flies, if it floats, if it ran it.
See, the time that you, personally, I would say a house or a yacht. Okay. I would actually tend to say more a house, which is very much against my job, right? But why I say that is because the time that you spent actually on an aircraft is very, very limited. And although the experience is mind-blowing, literally, it's amazing flying on a private jet. You're tired less, you get amazing food, you're there quick, it feels like this. It's amazing. It really is stunning to fly private. But I spend more time in my house.
Yeah.
So I would personally say, give me a beautiful beach house.
Yeah.
And I would pay to go there on the charter.
I would love to be able to offer, like, family that can't travel, find travel really, because traveling is exhausting if you go commercial. Like, although, like, you have to walk, and those that are not able to. No, but if you're not able, it's really difficult.
You talk about the flying and not being tired. That I couldn't care less about that. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. For me, it's just the entire airport experience. Yeah, there and when you land, that's everything. That's the only thing for me worth paying private for. On the jet, who cares?
Well, those FBOs, those lounges, basically save you the time. So you get the privacy, and you save the time going through those lounges. So it makes sense.
So what do you think about these places now that offer these lounge service or like a private service? Because Heathrow's doing it. I think they're doing it here as well.
Where you can go to the plane.
Yeah.
The company goes to the plane, gets the people.
It's great. Emirates does it. I don't know in many in Europe that have done it up to the level that Emirates has done it though. Emirates now in first class picks up your luggage the day before, so you can check in your luggage.
Well, I'm always packing last minute. What do I do?
No, but it's good.
They drop you off at the aircraft, but you still don't get the flexibility that you can leave when you want.
Yeah.
And on a private jet, that's also key. If Emirates has a fixed schedule, and maybe there is a gazillion flights to London. Yeah, also. but you get to choose the time that you fly. So if you're not ready to fly at 9, you can fly at 12.
Yeah, but you do get delays anyway, even when you're going private.
Yeah.
I've sat at airports. Not many,
No,
but you have.
it's hardly like
It's hard, yeah.
Because
Not
they have
many,
to keep strict because of the flight paths.
Yeah, there's all the permits and the regular, like the overflight permits and the schedule and the commitments that they have towards the other airports and countries.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do it. It's great. It gives a good feeling of what flying private is, but it's still not flying
So,
private.
you know, Caroline, just to let you know that Nez and I are ready to go around for 80 minutes.
Let's go and have a look.
With a birthday cake. Actually, can we have chocolate instead?
We have Swiss chocolate.
We like that, absolutely. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, lady.
Guys, when we say luxury, it doesn't get really better than that. But we'll keep you posted when we get on the jet.
Bye.